My name is Bolawana Mags Shivanda. For those who don't know me, I'm sure a lot of people don't know me. So, but what I wanted to, the reason I'm recording this is because I haven't recorded anything, any content since I was probably a speaker at an event in May, and that I was talking to my fellow entrepreneurs. So today I'm actually inspired to record something. This is something I've been wanting to record in the last couple of weeks, but I wasn't inspired, but I thought about it. But today I'm inspired, so I hope you guys are ready to hear what I'm gonna share, and I hope that this story can relate to a lot of entrepreneurs, most especially the ones in my category, which is female entrepreneurs, and those are the people that I really want to talk to today. But this story is actually, and what I'm about to share, it actually applies to all the entrepreneurs in the world, in South Africa, in Africa, small towns, villages, everywhere. I feel like the story is quite relatable. I hope it is relatable. So I said my name is Bolawana Mags Shivanda. My maiden surname is Palati. I am originally from the Free State. I was born in Tabanchu, and then I was raised in Bloemfontein by my mom, who was a single parent. My dad died when I was 5 or something. I can't remember. I was quite young. But yeah, so that's my story about where I'm from. I was raised by my mom. So as you can imagine, I'm really been raised to be very self-sufficient, because I learned that from a single mom who managed to get things done as much as she can. So I realized that even from primary school, I was the girl that when I was in primary school and I was doing my grade 7, I told my mom already which high school I want to go to. I went to that high school. I went to go get the application forms. That's before the internet, guys, so you can imagine it's the early 90s. There was internet, but in the schools from the townships, we were not exposed to that. So I am from a township school, primary school and high school. So I went and I took the application forms, and I went home. My mom filled them up for me, and I went back to the school and I applied. Even in high school, in grade 11, I knew that I want to go to university, So and at that time, going to university in 2001, it wasn't really like a big thing in the townships from Bloemfontein. All the parents just wanted us to finish matric and then go try to find a job at the nearest pep store or spa, or maybe go to town or find a job there. So it wasn't really something that anyone at my generation at the time, who actually is from a township school, was actually even considering. But I was lucky enough that at our school, some people from the university actually eventually came to our school, and they encouraged us to come and to go and apply. And till this day, I'm so grateful for these people that always go to the schools in the townships. You have no idea how many people you are reaching and you are touching, and I'm one of the products of those people that came to our school that no one really cared about, because it's in the township and no one think that we care about going to university. But those people cared enough to come and told us about going to university and what you need to do step by step. They told us what we need to do, and they told us if you don't have money. At the time there was it's still around NAFSAS. It's a government funding in South Africa that funds tertiary students that are coming from underprivileged situations. So I knew I already qualified because my mom was not really was not really a professional. She was cleaning and cooking and doing all the things to make sure that there's food on the table for me. And so I knew that I would qualify. So I just needed to, they told us, just they pushed us to make sure that we just pass, right? We do well in high school so that we can go into varsity. Once the varsity accepted us, then we can apply for the funding. At the time, it was a loan. Right now is a funding. And I got so excited a few years ago when I found out that NAFSA now is more like a bursary now. It's no longer a loan like it was with us. I had to pay it. But I was really, when I started working and I finished when I graduated and I finished and I started working, I really looked forward to paying my NAFSAs because I knew what it did for me and how it helped me to get to where I wouldn't have been able to if I was because of where I was coming from. So it's just like I was saying, even in high school, I told my mom, I'm going to varsity. This is the school. These people came to our school. They said we can do this. And I went to their nearest library. The library next to us had the internet. So I applied there. And guys, I applied with my grade 11 results. And then, they wanted grade 11 results and then the June results for grade 12. And then I think by September they sent me a letter saying I'm accepted. So like I was so excited, so scared, because guys, when you come from where I'm from, there's things that are not a reality to you. All you see these things happening, you see them on TV. So if a university accepts you from a township school and from the background that you do, it just becomes a very scary time for you. And being able to adapt and being able to go into that environment and you don't feel small, because some people that coming from the schools that like for Model C schools and English speaking schools back then, they will try to like look down on you and all of that. So it's very difficult to, once you come from where it's quite not a good look in university, that people start looking down on you. And I know this is one of the things that with my girls in my foundation, I have girls in my foundation, when they started going to university, when we got them into universities, this is what they also, even today, they are struggling with, but it's more of, you just need to remind yourself why you are there. I knew I wasn't there to be judged. I had to find a way to cope with understanding that I know I am there, so I gathered a group of my friends, and they were from the Model C schools, and somehow the universe gathered me with people that were genuinely interested in helping me, because when I was when I was doing my first year, I didn't know a lot of things, especially when it comes to computer literacy and all those things. The people in the townships at the library will help us and apply for us. We didn't know how to use these things, these tools, but I'm so blessed that I actually had a group of 5 of my friends. It was 6 of us, and they were all from Model C schools, and they already knew how to navigate through computers and all of that. They literally took time to teach me, because I became vocal about that I don't know, I didn't know, and I wasn't going to pretend that I know. And because of that, my friends came through and they helped me. So this day, I'm so grateful for them, and they're still like very close friends of mine. I love them.